You do it the old way. You don't bring them in.
Tell us what happened, Detective.
Upon entry, I was fired upon by a suspect in the living room with a silver automatic. I return fire. He goes down.
When you got the script for this film, actually the opening scene when we see you see the language of it is really intense, and we realize immediately that it's not a kind of movie that you're kind of used to. I mean, you say some choice things to a bunch of Korean guys, and I'm just wondering, what, as an actor, to kind of approach and be able to say this kind of stuff, what was it for you? What was it like for you to kind of go through that, you know?
That racist rant?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but it's not just that. I mean, the whole movie kind of continues on with this rhythm of language between cops and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, you know, how did you get into that rhythm of...
Well, I mean, it's there on the page, and it's just trying to service it, I guess. You know, it's it was part of the, for me, the fun part of it was the kind of the rhythms of the speech, the kind of hard-boiled, kind of the places that it went, which I guess is not very specific, but you kind of have to see the movie to see what I mean. But there's a kind of joy in the language, whether it's dark or not. There's a, I don't know.
Did a lot of it come out through rehearsal? The tone for your character, did it come out through maybe talking with other actors and stuff, or did you have a kind of like preconceived idea of how to go into it and approach the you know, how your character was going to be on screen?
It's kind of a mix, you know. It started with the Elroy script, and then it kind of went to where I kind of placed myself in Ludlow. He's kind of an old school cop, so there's a kind of not nostalgia or period kind of aspect to him, I felt, in a weird way. And then it's David Ayer. You know, David Ayer wrote Training Day, and he had a real strong influence on the script that we ended up shooting. And if you've seen that film, you can recall the language in that. So this is, you know, another version, I guess. So it's kind of a mix of everything.
To know a director who lives in South Central or has grown up there and stuff like that, what was it like? What did he bring to the shooting process for you when you were shooting in neighborhoods that maybe you weren't familiar with? Was it interesting to watch him kind of just
feel at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really happy. When the gunshots were going off and we were in the hood, he was so happy. He looked very comfortable. Yeah, everyone else would just be kind of like this, and he would just be like, okay, you know. He was like Kilgore in Apocalypse Now. You know, this war is going to end someday, you know. But he also brought a real, you know, because he was from the street and because he was in the military, he had a real insight and interest in the worlds that the film takes place in, you know.
The character is a person who deals with this really dark side of Los Angeles, or even, you know, how they solve crimes, and I guess a lot of it is also about a person who brings that work, or tries to not bring that work home. As an actor, to kind of be immersed in this for, I don't know how many months that you were doing it, was it difficult for you to shut off at the end of the night, or did you feel that you had to separate from your friends a little bit because you just needed to be in character for a while?
Yeah, there was, generally when I work, I don't see many people, but this one in particular was a really intense shoot, so isolated, but then just staying home and working on the next day's work. It kind of just became, you know, just get ready for the next day.
Does it help to be able to exert all that energy? Because there's some fighting sequences. I mean, you slam a book on game, you know, like games.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know, like is it almost nice at the end of the day? You're like, okay, I'm calm now because I've just, you know, I spent the whole day like running around and shooting.
It's bad, yeah. Yeah, you kind of, you know, hopefully if it goes well, it's thrilling, you know, and heavy, you know, it's heavy, because there was trying to, it wasn't all of it pretend violence, you know, you know, and the gunfight scenes, you know, it's very focused. It's just very focused and intense.
There's a very...
At the end of the day, you're just like, okay, we made that, all right.
Does that make you not want to approach a film like on this level for your next project? Do you want to do a chill out? I don't know, like what?
Yeah, I don't think I want to do a hard-boiled cop movie. next.
Last question. There's a very fine line for a movie like this to be stereotype, very stereotypical, and also what was it as an actor or you as involved with the production to make sure that this wasn't going to go AWOL in the sense that it was just like people are going to watch this and be like, this is not real at all, or.
I think just with the care that was taken and the interest that was vested in making it real, or real feeling and authentic. I think everyone really had a part to play in that, from the game, Common, Forrest, myself, Chris Evans, Marta. I mean, everyone really kind of brought to it whichever there was, whether it was the cop world, the street world, relationships. Everyone was really interested in not an artificiality,
It definitely shows on screen. Thank you very much. It was really
great.
nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.